Welcome back once again, children. This is the second video that I am going to present to you, and in this part of the video we are going to discuss the story, details and aspects which are associated with the story Old Man at the Bridge. Now before you watch this video and try to understand, I want that all of you should have the textbook Treasure Trove along with you. And then as I read, as I mark, as I say, you need to do them in your respective book also. Coming to page number 48, let us start from directly third paragraph. Here, see, I am going to read, and along with that I will be explaining you the main key points of this story. Where do you come from? I asked him. Here is the narrator, the soldier, which I have already told you in my first video. From San Carlos, he said and smiled. Circle the word smiled. See, in spite of the tiredness, the exhaust, the loss of his hometown and several other losses, the old man does not forget to smile. Sign of his etiquette, politeness, manners which he continues in spite of the desolate situation in which he was. That was his native town, and so it gave him pleasure to mention it, and he smiled. I was taking care of animals. Underline, double underline, I was taking care of animals. Now this animals part forms a very important role in the storyline of this extract. Let us proceed. He explained. I said, not quite understanding. The old man says, I was taking care of animals at the very first beginning of the conversation. And therefore, the narrator is unable to understand why is the old man referring to animals when he is neither asked nor any such relation of the conversation to animals is made. Yes, he said, I stayed. You see, taking care of animals. Underline, taking care of animals. I was the last one to leave the town of San Carlos. He did not look like a shepherd nor a herdsman, and I looked at his black dusty clothes and his grey dusty face. Circle black and grey. Black and grey. Signs and symbols of defeat, death, sadness, gloominess. Circle these words. And his steel-rimmed spectacles. And said, what animals were they? Various animals, he said, and shook his head. I had to leave them. I had to leave them. Underline the line, I had to leave them. Now, very important here is had to. Had to denotes here force. That is, he was forced to leave. That means this suggests that the old man did not want to leave, did not want to desert his animals back at San Carlos. However, having left with no other option, the old man had to leave them back in the town of San Carlos. Coming to page number 49, I am going in this way. This is obvious, you will understand, because due to this online videos we are in shortage of time, and therefore I am just covering up the main essential parts of the story for your understanding. So let us proceed to page 49. What animals were they? I asked. There were 3 animals altogether, he explained. There were 2 goats and a cat, and there were 4 pairs of pigeons. Underline, double underline. There were 2 goats and a cat, and there were 4 pairs of pigeons, the animals which this old man possessed had. And you had to leave them, I asked. Yes, because of the artillery. The captain told me to go because of the artillery. And you have no family? I asked, watching the far end of the bridge where the last few carts were hurrying down the slope of the bank. No, he said, only the animals, I stated. Now relate this to the previous line. See, and you have no family. See the next line, only the animals, I stated. That means the animals now brings in the word family of the old man, which makes it clear, obvious, that what we call as family, to the old man, these animals were his family. Let us proceed. No, he said, only the animals, I stated. The cat, of course, will be alright. A cat can look out for itself, but I cannot think what will become of the others. Underline, what will become of the others means what is going to happen to the others. What politics do you have? I asked. What politics means? Political views. Do you have any political views? I asked the old man. I am without politics. Means I do not have any political views. Here, politics refers to, which I stated earlier, one side we have the liberal democracy and other side we have the fascists and the fascism. Advancing to defeat liberalism, liberal democracy. I am 76 years old. I have come 12 kilometers now and I think now I can go no further. This is not a good place to stop. He was stopping on the bridge, we have seen. The narrator says, the soldier says to the old man that you cannot be here. This is not a good place for you to stop. I said, if you can make it, there are trucks up the road where it forks for Tortosa. Forks means divides. It divides to go to Tortosa. I will wait a while, he said, and then I will go. Where do the trucks go? Towards Barcelona, I told him. I know no one in that direction. The old man says that yes, I will go to Barcelona. I will take a truck and I will go to Barcelona. But what will I do there? I do not know anyone. See the plight, the condition of the old man. He cannot go back to San Carlos. San Carlos is under threat of the attack of the enemy. He cannot proceed further to go to Barcelona. He did not have any acquaintance. So what should he do? What would a common man do? Who does not have any family members, who does not have any support, and most importantly, who does not have money to survive in this condition. But thank you very much. Underline, double underline. But thank you very much. Thank you again very much. Why is this? Because here in this part, the old man and the soldier are having the conversation, and the old man is greatly relieved that he found someone whom he could talk to. He found greatly honored by the care which the soldier showed towards the old man. For the part of the soldier, this was pity. But for the part of the old man, it was care. And he thanked the soldier for extending his care, for extending some time to talk to the old man. Come to the next page, page 50. What they will probably come through all night. That is, this is the narrator is saying. when the old man is asking him that what is going to happen to my animals. The cat is going to be fine, but what about the pigeons and the goats? You think so? The old man is asking. You think so my animals will be fine? Why not? I said, watching the far bank where now there were no carts. But what will they do under the artillery when I was told to leave because of the artillery? The old man is asking. If I was told to leave San Carlos because of the artillery attack, how are my animals going to survive? What are they going to do? Did you leave the dove cage unlocked? I asked. The pigeons were in a cage and the soldier is asking, did you leave the cage unlocked? Yes. Then they will fly. That is, the pigeons, if the cage is left unlocked, so the pigeons are going to fly away. And if the pigeons fly, they are going to be saved. Yes, certainly they will fly. But the others, circle others. Who are the others? The goats. The cat can take care of itself. The cat can survive in any condition, under any circumstance. The pigeons are going to fly away, so the cats are saved, the pigeons are saved. But the others, the goats, what is going to happen to the goats? But the others, it's better not to think about the others. If you are rested, I would go, I urged. So the soldier said, so I am now going. You take your rest, and it is now better for you that you too should move away from the bridge because the enemy troops are advancing. Get up and try to walk now. Please get up, old man, and try to walk. Try to move across the bridge. This bridge is not a safe place. This is the only way through which the enemy is going to come. And therefore you should not be here any further. Thank you, he said, and got to his feet. That is, he stood up, swayed from side to side. He moved, he tumbled, he was exhausted, fatigued, tired, and then sat down backwards in the dust. He fell back to the dust. I was taking care of animals, he said dully. Dully means to his own, to himself. I was taking care of animals. What was my fault? What was my fault? But no longer to me. That is, he did not say this to the soldier. He was talking to himself. I was only taking care of animals. So you see, here we find out the horrors and the consequences of war. And in these consequences, we are seeing that this old man is forced to leave and desert his family. What was his family? His family were the animals. And it is because of this artillery attack that is going to take place on San Carlos that the old man had to move away. So now the perspective, the aspect of animals, I told you about the aspects, the aspect of animals is joined to the title of the story, Old Man at the Bridge. And here the story revolves around the consequences, the horrors that the common people have to face in the backdrop of a war, where the old man, 76 years old, had to walk 12 kilometers to reach to this bridge and to proceed further, until he had to give up his hope to walk to the other side. Why? Because to the other side too, he did not have any acquaintance. And what was the fault of the old man? He was only taking care of animals. So the story purely brings about the consequences, the horrors which the common people have to suffer at the times during a war. And here this is about the story, the details that comes up, and the various aspects that are associated with it. Talking to aspects, we find the aspect of family, the animals that were associated to the old man, who was very thankful to the soldier to give up some time for him, to talk to him, to extend his care and concern to the old man, which even though was pity from the soldier, appeared as care for the old man. Thank you for watching this video. In the third video, I am going to tell you about the symbols and images that are presented and incorporated in the story. Thank you once again.